I was walking down the street, minding my own business, gonna go to the barber shop when I see Linda G. And she goes, "Oh no, girlfriend, you come with me. I have the salon for you." Hey, hey, Linda G.
Hi, girlfriend.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I want to thank you for showing me your salon, giving me some of this makeup treatment. I hope it works.
I hope it works too.
So I'm trying to read cards and I'm having a little difficulty with
Take
it.
the cucumbers off your eyes. That'll help.
It will?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
There you go. There you go.
See, you know everything.
Thank you.
Linda G is in the
Linda
house.
G, all knowing.
All knowing.
So, listen, down the road, we should have some guest people. Like Lena would love to join in at one of our bathrobe days, and Mel. Mel
Can-
was.
Wait a minute. Can Mel wear curlers?
He can't, but he's going to figure out something. You know, there's actual little wigs that you can have fake curls.
I would like to see Lena in curlers in a
Yeah, oh gosh,
bathrobe.
she thinks it's a hoot. She thinks
That's so funny. All right, we got some things to talk about, though.
yes.
We got some great questions. Thank you all for
Thank you
posting
to
the
everybody
questions.
for the wonderful questions.
They were really good. And I wanted to ask a couple too, because some of them, a lot of them are about Trump and his rally and yeah. But I kind of want to go into Biden too. And so we'll talk about his administration a little bit, see where they're going, because I haven't read on Pete Buttigieg in a while. Mayor Pete, because it's easier to pronounce.
I call him Pete Bootylicious.
Bootylicious. Well, I'm going to call him just Mayor Pete. So we'll read on that, as well as I gotta know what's going on with Bouffant Boy. Matt Getz, the guy with the big hair.
The one that just got married.
Yeah, why did he
And then posted a picture of his new wife in the plane with her head back in her mouth. As a woman, ask your wife, hello, if you had posted that picture on Twitter with all those people, I would have been so mad at you. Posting a picture with me with my mouth wide open.
You mean that's wrong?
Oh.
Can I delete it? Is it too late?
I would have been so. He says, I'm the luckiest man. Is her honk is wide open.
I know. And do you remember Katy Perry when she was married to Russell Brand? Not to name drop anything. He did the same thing when she was sleeping. That didn't work out very well for him.
You know what? I know he's into Eckhart Tolle now and stuff.
Yeah.
But after watching her documentary and the way he treated her, I've never liked him.
Yeah.
But it's not for me to judge him. I'm glad he's found his way and he's dealing with Eckhart. But I just didn't like. I thought there was a little growth streak to him.
Yeah.
But she's happy now.
Yeah, she is. She's doing really well. I mean, I'm not a big fan of her music. I'm not a big fan of the new music, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I got curlers in my hair and I'm getting.
You and I are more like the rock jock.
Yeah, right. The late 60s, early 70s. And we got some mediumship questions on some of those old time musicians. So we'll get into that. Let's do we want to look at the Biden administration or Trump first?
You pick, baby. This is
all right. Let's look into I want to check in with Deb Haaland and her administration. She's Secretary of State, Interior. And I just want to see not so much of reading on her, but her agenda and where it's going and how that's going. She is such a powerhouse for me. Deb Haaland. Where are you going, Deb?
How are you doing, Deb? What's the 411?
Yeah.
She's got a lot of pots in the fire.
She does.
Oh, look at this. She's like right at the crossroads making some decisions, but the outcome for her is fantastic.
Yeah.
She's bringing sunlight to the earth again.
Right. So I got the 7 of Cups, the illusion delusion, and it's being challenged by going back to a simpler time. So she's bringing that simpler times energy back to all this. This is kind of like the earth is on fire. It's just smoking.
Yeah.
And there's so much that she, when I first ran into her, it was about the mining at Oak Flats. And she just slammed the mining company's attorneys, just like cut them to shreds. You know, in a nice way, but just like, come on, you can't pull this over me. Who do you think I am? And she is bringing this energy back to it, and she's moving forward. She's on her way.
I'm telling you, she stopped some sort of something that they were going to try to do with native lands. I can't remember what it was. She cut that right in the butt. Something with oil, I think.
Yeah, there's so much of this. I think there's a pipeline that, and I've read on it before, going from the third, I can't remember what it is. But anyway, it's another pipeline to bring more oil from Canada to the US, and it's going across indigenous wetlands. And it's just like, you know, what's the matter with you? You have leaks everywhere in these pipelines.
I was telling everybody I'd watched a show on CBS Paramount Plus about yesterday morning about fires and what happens, and about the Paradise fires and the fires I went through, and how tragic, and about how the people who are cutting down trees and replanting, did you know those trees are kindling? Those start fires. So anyway, so they were talking about how the Spaniards came to LA, right, in the 1500s.
Yeah.
This was on fire. The natives were living on the beach and pretty much set everything on fire. And they left. And then they came back in the 1700s and they said, no more fires, no more burning. Well, thus begins. Because when the natives would burn, and they burn now on our own lands, we burn.
Right.
But so without getting rid of all that, that's a part of the natural breathing of the earth. It comes natural, and so it can come from lightning.
Mm-hmm.
But that show was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I've heard, you know, the prescribed burns that we no longer did. That
more now.
Yeah, that the natives did, and they control things as well as they can control in their area. Now we're just so big, and we have planted. We put homes in places that are indefensible on, you know, with these. So
the name of the show, if you guys want to watch it, it's on somebody said you can get it free on CBS and Paramount Plus. It's called Bring Your Own Brigade. Bring Your Own Brigade. Okay. And do you know that there's people that hire their own private fire service?
Yeah.
So the regular fire department is complaining because they're getting in the way.
Right.
Anyway, it's just interesting.
Yeah, Malibu, those fires last year in Malibu, people would hire their own fighters. Yeah, all right. Let's switch into, we're going to kind of go back and forth on the politics from the Biden administration to the Orange Menace. And so, you know, that he had that rally in Alabama with, it looked like there were so many people there.
All crowded in, and children too.
Yeah. You know,
them vaccinated, because when he said, get your vaccine, which I have to commend him for saying that.
Right. They
booed. I got it. And they were booing him. And it's like, he can't even make it stop.
No. Well, because he let it go on too long.
Yeah, it was a Democratic hoax, remember?
Right. Yeah, of course. So I'm thinking, okay, where are all these guys coming from? It's Alabama, which, you know, I used to live in Alabama. It's pretty red.
Right.
But Because his crowds were just shrinking, shrinking, shrinking. Is this going to bolster him for a potential run, or is he just going to be too sick to
I
run?
don't see him being able to run because it's either legal or physical problem.
Yeah,
But I also see there's just certain crazy red states. One of them is Alabama.
yeah.
There's
And
not
the other,
even teetering on a blue line. Alabama is red,
yeah,
blood red.
yeah, yeah, blood,
Because
yeah,
I read people from Arkansas and all that, and they're saying, Linda, I can't wear a mask in the grocery store. People are screaming at me.
right. I know.
Doesn't happen here. Even before they did the mask mandate, people were wearing masks.
People were, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. And I find that up north where you are, in that area, people are more tolerant of masks. I mean, there's no stink eye or anything. Down in the Central Coast, there is a little bit of stink eye every now and again. You know, you're wearing a mask and somebody will kind of look at you funny. But down in Missouri, where my brother is,
Oh, God, Missouri, forget about it.
it's, yeah. So I pulled 3 cards on Trump. He is the magician. I mean, he keeps showing up, so we're going to have to keep blah, blah, blah. You know, he's going to be in there. It's a heavy burden with this 10 of Wands, but it's maybe not health, but it's legal issues coming after him.
I'm telling you, it's coming. I know people are like, all right, already win, win, win.
I know.
And I think that's when he kind of starts going downhill too, energetically. Because he was the magic man. He could make things, he would just refuse. You can't touch me. I'm this or I'm that.
Right.
Put me in the army. I have letters here of why I can't, you know.
Yeah. He would always.
It's so weird because people, including his family, oh, people are so mean to Trump. Hello, what did he do? He bullied us for 4 years. You could say anything and he'd be, even a 4-star family, you know, who lost their son. You know, this or that and all that. Or so-and-so's not really a hero because he got
just awful.
Oh my God. It was
and people just keep, you know, the Republicans just keep forgetting about that.
They're saying if you guys vote for him, we're doomed. We're doomed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now he's a hell, you know. And listen, it's not Trump that started this. Trump just said what he's like that Bobart. Those other people that just say things because it brings in more money. The denominator is hate. And there's a lot of people out there that were very angry and he just brought it out. Yeah.
Right.
Bring back the Confederates, the loser Confederates.
Right. And I just see it against the fear of this whole whatever it is, this group of people. It's all about their fear of not having an old white man in charge.
Right.
They're afraid of a woman. They're afraid of a black woman. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
You know, so here's let's go back in, since we're in the sewer. Mike Collins. Mike Collins is running for Congress down in Alabama. I just saw it on the news feed. He has an ad out with an automatic rifle shooting up a box of documents. And he goes, that's Pelosi's agenda. So he's going into Washington to blow up Pelosi's agenda. And he goes, and I'm not stopping there. I'm going after the rhinos too. And then he shoots a picture of a rhino, which is the Republicans in name only. This is horrible. What taking it?
I can't even find him. There's an astronaut named Mike Collins, but I can't find him.
Yeah. I just saw it today and I'm going, this is awful. I'm just going to pull.
Where is he running at?
Alabama.
Okay.
Alabama.
So it's like Lauren Bobart and Green. It's those craze.
Grace. Yeah.
Make no damn sense.
Does he have a chance, this guy, Mike
Does
Collins?
Mike Collins have a chance? Yes or no? He's got issues. He's got troubles.
Yeah, he does.
Get up the money that he needs.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing anything. I don't see him winning. I see a man winning, but it's not him.
Yeah, I see he's got a lot of legal issues coming
That's
up.
So what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Did they say anything about some past issues with him?
No, not in what I read. It's just the offensiveness of the ad that took me. I'm like, what the hell?
Right, I know.
Okay. Let's move on to some better stuff. Pete Bootylicious.
Get out of the gutter.
Yeah, we're getting out of the gutter. We're crawling out. Clean yourselves off, everybody. Here we go. We're gonna go. We're talking about Pete Bootylicious.
Pete Bootylicious.
So he's secretary. He took over Elaine Chow's desk, and when I read on him, I said he's gonna find so much crap about Elaine Chow, and I haven't, I haven't heard anything about what he discovered.
Right.
So, but let's just check up on
it.
On the secretary
He's
of
getting ready to have a
transportation.
baby, I think. Him and his husband.
Oh, cool.
Pete Bootylicious. He's a good man.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's very happy about this new birth coming in.
Yay.
Really excited. He's working behind the scenes and he's working hard, but look at this. He's going to turn that whole department into something very productive. He's looking forward to the monies coming in that will come in with the new deal.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to ask, go ahead, what do you see? Because I'm going to ask specifically about Elaine Chow.
Yeah. I see that he's taken off and he's doing a lot of good, and that's behind the scenes with the new Ace of Swords. And it's, and I got the government card, so he's working in there. And the Ace of Swords followed by the Tower and the Lovers. So he's going to be shaking something up. That's
well, look at Elaine Chow.
Yeah. Ooh.
Something's going to cost her bigly.
Yeah.
It might even come up in the month of November, but there's something she's going to get hit with.
Yeah.
Some dirty laundry.
See, we just got out of the sewer. Now we're in dirty laundry.
Girls got to go where girls got to go.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Let's see. Where can we go? Where can we go?
I got a lot of questions too when I said I was going to be on your show.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Your channel, community.
So here's one that I thought was interesting. Harry Dunn.
63 questions.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow. You want to pull one from there?
Well, you ask that question and I'll pull one from here.
Okay. So during the Trump time, there was a woman who, from a US citizen who killed in a traffic accident, this guy, a 19-year-old British man, Harry Dunn.
And then she got off with immunity because.
Right, political amnesty.
Right. And she was
her,
drunk too, right?
I think so. And her name was Anne Scalusa. And so the question was, will anything happen in this case? Will she be brought back?
Yes, as soon as you started talking, I heard yes.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that she will. They want blood, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I see them handing over money. So maybe they just decide, give them this or something, but I see a lot of money, but it doesn't replace that sweet kid.
No. So yeah, I think that they are getting that they are gonna call her back. Whether she goes back or not, this money issue is central. So
Exactly.
Yeah, so I don't know if we're going to hear anything, but when I did read that question, I heard that the Biden administration isn't going to stop it,
Right.
so they're not going to get involved. They're not going to stop it like
Right.
maybe Trump did. So,
Hey, listen, I got a question from a Susan Garland.
okay.
She, have either of you worked with someone claiming to be psychic? Then while working with them, you realize they are faking it. What did you do? I don't think I ever had someone that was faking it.
Yeah, I think if anything, they were just not hearing, they were new, or they were just misinterpreting what they were getting.
They get something, but like you said, it's all about interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes people have to just be quiet in their heads and they overthink it.
Right. Right. And it's, I mean, for me, it's kind of like doing this YouTube thing, especially when you're collaborating. There's and alive. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on that it's really hard to get quiet for me anyway, and hear what my guides are saying is true. So, and then interpreting it is a whole nother thing. So,
well, the proof is in the pudding. If you get correct, like me, for me, I was very lucky. My guys said, number one, that guy's not going to win. They'll be dancing in the street. A virus is coming. A vaccine is coming. The Boeing 747 was a software issue. It wasn't the pilot's fault. They just went on and on. And if you keep getting hits that come true, the proof is in the pudding.
right.
If you keep saying, and some people, they really enjoy just like going through the tarot when people are like just assuring them it's going to be okay.
Yeah. Right.
You don't have to come up with some magical thing, but like even yesterday, somebody asked, what about Lake Tahoe with these fires? And I swear to God, I don't like that, but I saw Lake Tahoe getting hit. Now it could just get hit and they turn it off, but they said yes. And I hate it when they do that.
Yeah, I know. And then of course, if you walk in and their guys are full of ego, these readers are just full of ego, like I'm the best. Oh, yeah. You got to be careful. Do you think my ego is suffering with these curlers?
I would say so. Absolutely.
I kind of think so too.
What ego? Jesus Christ. What guy would go out of his way except for Mel? I swear to God, Mel is hysterical.
Oh my gosh.
He doesn't have enough hair like you.
My wife was doing this and she's going, oh my God, you have so much hair.
And that's cool. I mean, you got a full head of hair. A lot of people aren't lucky like that.
Yeah, right.
My dad was one that was balding at age 17. He had a big, huge head of curly red hair, and he started when he was 17, and he got pretty bald by the time I was able to know who he was. Oh. And it really bothered him.
Yeah.
But you got a full head of hair, my friend.
And it doesn't bother me at all to have a full head of hair. Just saying. So,
okay, go ahead.
I was just looking, I was going to jump into a spiritual question, which is, and here's something that I just think needs to be re-asked, because I know you talked about about passing the loved ones who have passed, and our family members are watching over us and around us. And the question is, if your family was not loving, caring, but generally abusive, how are they watching over us and caring for us?
Wait a second. If they were abusive,
if they were in life and now they've passed on and they're watching over, how is that?
All the time, and they were always very sorry. A very good medium, read me, and I really wasn't interested in talking to my dad, but apparently he was the first one in there because really wanted to apologize. And he was very happy for me and my success and what was going on, because he would have been bah humbug about all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He used to tell my mother she can't get her own life together. What the hell is she doing advising others?
Right.
But he didn't believe in psychics or anything like that. But
Yeah.
he is one of my biggest advocates over there. So yeah, they do come through, they do change, they do sometimes, because they were so mean to you in life, they're
Right.
even closer because they really want to do anything they can do to help you out.
Right. And the only reason I brought that up, because I think it's so important, because there's so many people that have been suffering because of their family situation,
Right.
here. And I think a lot of it is down here, we're all ego based, and their ego gets in the way and abuses other people. Up there,
They can't,
there is no ego. Yeah.
And it's interesting because when I read people and I'll see a certain parent or whatever, and the minute they start saying they're sorry, it's this huge release for that person, maybe even emotional, that,
Mhm.
and I don't know nothing why they're saying they're sorry. I just hear it. Dear God, please tell her I'm sorry. And it'll cause like waterworks, and they're like, oh my God, Linda,
Right.
you don't have no idea. But he just wants you to know he went through his life review and he sees what he did to you and he's very sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. It's challenging for us down here when we think about the abusive family relationships that we had down here, and then how to forgive them. That's our challenge.
Oh, well, listen, it doesn't hurt them if you're angry at them. It hurts you.
Yes.
So that's what I was telling people. My guys, one day they told me, quit it with the Trump hating. Quit it.
Mm.
It does absolutely no good. It doesn't help him. It doesn't hurt him. Tell your people that we're going to have to stop with the hate towards Trump. And let me tell you, I got a lot of angry letters. What do you, this, he's that? How could I possibly? I'm not asking you to forgive him. I'm just asking you not to put your attention on that, because it's a double-edged sword. It'll cut you too.
Sure.
I know, until I forgave my dad, and I really did forgive my dad, my life just took off. Because I obviously chose to be here at this time with these parents. And I told the higher self, I hope I did a good job. I hope that you're pleased with me. And then I let it go. I let him go. I just was done. And not with hate, with love. And my life just expanded.
Right. There's that book, You Can Heal Your Life. And I was reading that when I was having such a hard time forgiving somebody.
Right.
And for what they did. And it went on for years, and I was hanging on to this hate, anger. Yeah. And finally, so when I got this book, somebody gave it to me, and I go, I'm not reading that goofy woo-woo book. Anyway, I read it, and it did heal my life.
Good.
Just by forgiving, and it took a while, because I'd go, okay, I forgive you.
But you don't really,
Yeah.
But remember, in the anger and the hate, that's ego-based. This real connection with source does not have that kind of energy. If you're constantly in anger, or you're constantly upset, like my last ex-husband was horrible. And I was horrible. You don't mess with this girl. You ever heard of she-devil? I went out of my way to destroy him. And that was unusual for me. And then I ended up getting cancer. So there you go.
There you go.
But it was all ego-based. It's like, how dare you? And you got to just really, like, when I read for people and they're so mad at somebody, I say, let it go.
Right. And that's where we are with, we have to stand up and make sure this never happens again, but we can't hang on to the negative. We have to go.
I got catapulted. Thanks to him, I got catapulted to where I am now, including the cancer. And I bless it. Thank you. Because I'm free now.
Right.
Plus, I got wonderful curlers.
You know, and I think your curlers are a little bit better than mine. You've got 4. I only have 2.
Yeah, I got 4. Don't be jealous.
Uh, Just,
Don't
just a
be
little just a little yelly. All right. Well, since we're talking about the other side,
okay.
we had some mediumship questions.
Right. And you pick somebody for me.
I did.
Oh, tell your story about who else popped in. Tell your story.
Oh, okay. So when I was looking at the list and I said, okay, who wants to come in? And the list that we got, I'm just going to read it real quick because I thought Mr. Rogers was going to come in
Right.
because people keep calling me the Mr. Rogers of Tarot,
Oh,
which thrills me to no end. I go, really? I'm that boring and quiet? Anyway, John Wooden, which is great basketball coach, mentor, Fred Rogers, James Randi, the psychic skeptic.
I don't even know who he is.
He was a big guy who was saying psychics are BS, blah, blah, blah. Muhammad Ali, Eddie Van Halen, Glenn Fry, Freddie Mercury, 2 requests, Donald Rumsfeld, and Robert Kennedy. So I was thinking about these guys. Okay, who wants to come in? Who wants to chat? And Freddie Mercury popped in. I go, I think Freddie wants to come in to see Linda too. But anyway, it was about how happy he is with Adam Lambert, and he gets to play up in heaven and play down on earth because he's doing both things. And then Louis Prima popped in. Louis Prima.
No, I didn't know. I couldn't remember who that was, but one of my favorite singers in the whole world is Keely Smith.
Keely Smith.
Love.
Right. So
My
Louis
mom used to put that album on and be cleaning house, and I remember that wonderful energy of her music.
Yeah, yeah. Her voice is crystal.
And
His voice
died a few years ago.
Yeah. Louis's voice is not so crystal, so they blended perfectly. And when he plays, he tries to screw people up and like in the riffs and stuff, and it's all fun. It's all fun and games. And then they'll do the same thing to him. And so what I heard with him was when we're going through these tumultuous times, can't say the word, difficult times, he goes, you got to treat it like an improv and play off of what they're giving you, turn it around and make it something great.
Wow.
I go, thank you, Louis. Yeah.
Thank you, Louis.
Thank you.
And so Freddie's doing great. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you want to add any more to
darling? I can hear him calling people darling.
Really? Yeah. Yeah. You know, he went too soon.
He's just now said to me, and talk about getting caught up in ego. I guess he got into his ego somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
He was always searching, and he didn't realize, like I always tell everybody, the kingdom of heaven is within. Nothing out there is going to make you whole. And it seems like he was always trying to prove something or get something better or something.
Mm-hmm.
Did he get involved with drugs pretty bad?
I think maybe, but I'm not sure.
He got caught up in something that would bring him down. That's what I'm getting. He had some depression issues.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a lot of cats around him, so he loves cats. Anyway,
awesome.
I see him and he's beautiful. He's just a beautiful energy for him.
Yeah.
Now, this is really weird. I'm going to just say this out loud. There is a guy that was born. Did you ever see that show? And it's hard to watch. The Boy Without Skin.
No.
Born with a horrible disease that the skin didn't come together.
Ooh.
And so the mother would have to, I mean, if he bent his arm, it would tear, you know. And the kid was just, his face, he looked really bad. And he always had to have compresses. And I think he lived to be maybe in his 20s. And he got to fly. Finally, he wanted to fly. And then people were wanting to know him and meet him because he was such a spectacular personality. And then he actually died. They actually showed him. sitting on the train with his friend, and he was leaning like this, and he was dead. He just died. So at his funeral, he had Eye of the Tiger. Or does that make sense? With Freddie Mercury singing it?
Huh.
A real fast pace. Da 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 da. Anyway, he had that on. I might have been what was their name? Queen.
Yeah.
He had that played at the funeral. And I think Freddie Mercury was still alive because he wants us to know that was it Don't Stop Me Now? It might have been Don't Stop Me Now. I don't know why I got Eye of the Tiger. Might be Don't Stop Me Now or Killer Queen. No, I think it was Don't Stop Me Now. Anyway, he wants me to tell everybody that I guess this really has affected him, this young man. And he wants everybody to know that he looks totally different. He's got all his skin back. He's beautiful. In fact, when Freddie went over there, this kid wanted to come up and say hi and do you remember me and stuff. I don't know
That's
why
awesome.
that came, but it's a weird story, but I just heard it.
Yeah, that's so awesome. And it's so cool that when we pass, we still retain some of our memories from down here, and we go, I want to go meet Freddie Mercury. I hope he's there.
Yeah. But remember, when you go over there, you can admire him and talk to him. I know one time I did a group reading and the uncle came through. And when I'm reading for this family, it was all the same family. I saw as clear as day, Elvis Presley walk right through. And the uncle said, tell them Elvis Presley is here. But Elvis Presley wasn't a big shot. People weren't running after him. It was just Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, was gorgeous too. And the one kid sitting next to me started screaming, crying. I thought I said something wrong. And apparently that was the uncle's favorite, was Elvis Presley.
Oh, nice.
But I did see Elvis Presley walk through. Elvis Presley was just a regular, over there, you don't idolize people at all.
Right. Right.
When I get over there, they're going to say, Biash, it's about time.
They will never. But do me a favor, don't go up there with curlers in your hair. Although I think it's sexy as hell, but don't do that. Take the curlers out.
Love the cucumber too. That's hysterical. That is so hysterical.
All right, we are at 10:51.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go in a minute. Should we do one more question?
Let's do one more.
Okay.
And let's look at just the next month coming up.
Good idea, September.
Next month coming up, and then we'll.
September. My favorite month because it was my birthday month. But sure enough, school always started where I live, usually on my birthday, September 10th.
September 10th. Mark it in your calendars.
Mark it in your calendar. We'll have a. Oh, you know what I would love for my birthday?
What's that?
I would love a whole group of us psychic people to get together and everybody has curlers in their hair. That would be so much fun.
All right.
Girls, my lilac, my everybody.
Yeah.
Sterling wouldn't do it. He doesn't roll.
Who wouldn't do it?
Sterling.
He wouldn't?
He wouldn't roll like that, no.
No?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Sterling. I'm gonna call him up. I'm gonna have a little chat with him.
But he wouldn't do the curlers, that I can tell you. Well, he doesn't have anything to hold the curlers in that much,
Well, I'm gonna have him call Mel and they'll figure something out.
We'll figure something out. For the month of September.
Month of September.
The military operation. There's some military stuff going on.
Mm.
The cycle changes, so we'll actually get a little bit of a break. Some very big people will cross over. You know how that happens. They come in threes. I see some prominent people leaving. Nothing with the tower, so it's not like, oh my God, but it's like so-and-so crossed finally.
Right. When do you see that, in the 3rd week?
I think so.
Yeah, that's kind of what I got.
It's almost like America is turning their head. So we're looking at Afghanistan, but I wouldn't doubt if they got their ducks in a row and they're really going to switch. I do see the Taliban trying to play something on us, and we turn around and say, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
I see something like that, but then I see them being able to really get the people out of there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be everybody, you guys, and I do see heartache. I see some real heroes though, too.
Yeah. I think this first week of September, it's still really challenging for us. It's really difficult. Where, I got the 5 of Pentacles. I got us sitting down, just gritting our fists.
People are still getting sick.
Yeah, and it's just super difficult. The second week we start coming together a little bit.
I have that too, 2 of Cups. Yeah.
Yeah, we get some news that's going to start bringing people together, giving them some hope. Have some good news with the King of Wands in the second week, but here's this thief in the night. So either somebody's leaving, and it could be, or getting ready to forced to leave, right?
Yeah.
Right. 3rd week, it's still a burden, but look at the way this burden is. He's got it really neatly.
He's got all his ducks in a row.
Yeah, and it's on his back, and he can see the future. He can see where he's walking to. And it's going to get back to a little simpler time. And then the 4th week, and I think, are there 5 weeks in September? There may be, but anyway, I got a new emotional start with the Queen of Wands. So we're looking forward to something, and a woman's going to be prominent in that 4th week of September.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I love you all. We'll see you next week.
Yes, we will see you all. Make sure you take care of yourself. And if you can't,
Jack wants to say bye-bye.
Bye, Jack. And if you can't see the world through rose-colored glasses, see him through cucumbers.
There you go.
All right.
Bye,
Peace and
everyone.
love. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, baby.